this is all of the stuff that you should have or that would be helpful for you to make this clutch. Now, I understand that if you are a beginner, you probably won't have access to all of this stuff all at once. It does look kind of overwhelming, but just get your basic. You will definitely need a pair of scissors, though, definitely, and clips. So we will go over what is needed. Now, this is for an industrial machine. It's Tex 70. I am using Tex 70 because there's going to be several layers, and I'm also using vinyl, quilt cotton, and waterproof canvas. This is for an industrial machine. This is the bobbin that I already filled. If you're using a domestic, you want to just get basic thread, and here's a bobbin. And you want to get the color that's going to coordinate with your fabric. Unless you want to make the stitching stand out, then you can go with a color that is just a little bit off, that stands out more, but complements the bag and the fabric. Here are clips that you will need. You can use pins, but I suggest that you do invest into some of these clips. These are perfect for bag making, perfect for fabric, because the pins tend to make your fabric gather when you're pinning them together, and it gets all bunchy, and a bag or a clutch or whatever you're making doesn't come out very smooth. You will also need a lighter to singe your edges. You'll need a zip and number 5 zipper cut at 12 inches. You will need a small magnetic snap. You can get these at Joann's. These things are a must for the clutch. You'll need some fray check in case you're using quilt cotton and some of the edges get just a little, like around when you cut the hole for the magnetic snap, you want to use some fray check around it so it doesn't fray over time. You want a good pair of scissors. Now I got my Tula Pink scissors. I only use these for cutting fabric and vinyl. I have an older pair of scissors that I picked up at Walmart that I use for paper, cutting out my patterns, or cutting the ends of the zippers. We need a pen, marking chalk. I thought this was clove, but it's not. I got this at Joann's. You will need some kind of pen or pencil that it's called air erasing or disappearing ink or something like that. So when you make your marks, and you will need a seam ripper, which is always handy to have. This is a seam ripper on this end and a stiletto on that end. This isn't a must. The seam ripper is a must, but the stiletto is not. And you will need some kind of measuring tools. Sorry, I use clear measuring tools. I think I have stock in rulers, clear rulers. You can also get one of these to cut your fabric. I got a bunch of these. I can't use them right now because I have a hand injury. And then you will need a quarter yard of fabric, quilt cotton, a quarter yard of waterproof canvas. And then you will need probably, I would get a yard of SF 101 interfacing. You can get it from Joann's, they sell Pellon, or you can get it from Barb's Bags online. I will leave links for all of these things in the description and in the comments. So that is all the stuff that you need to do this project. And I do have a video showing how to cut this out, how to trace the pattern and cut it out for beginners, if beginners feel that they need that. So this is all of the stuff you need, and then let's get sewing. Let's go over to my machine.